Hello friends, I am back here in Facebook. This is Breakfast with Sergio, episode number 5. And today I want to talk about 4 ways in which you can improve your website. 4 easy ways in which you can make your website more alive for your visitors. So thank you for being here in episode number 5. I had actually started this video 2 minutes ago and then my battery just went out. So if you were watching Breakfast with Sergio live 2 minutes ago and then boom, nothing happened, it went blank, that's because my battery ran out. I was doing it from my laptop, now I'm just doing it from my phone. So those things happen, that's why it's live, right? So anyway, today for breakfast, and I don't know if you got to see this before, but I'm having egg whites with some vegetables, with some awesome tomatoes, charlotte, some sprouts, really good stuff, a little bit of ham, and spinach. So that's my breakfast. What are you having for breakfast today? Let me know here, and welcome to Breakfast with Sergio, episode number 5. Thank you for joining me today. I just came back from Mexico. I was in Mexico this whole weekend, since last week, since Wednesday. Had a great time there. On Thursday, I had an opening of my show in Cuernavaca. Friday, I spent the day on Friday at Zona Maco, which is Mexico City's biggest art fair, international art fair. So that was pretty awesome, pretty cool. Then on Saturday, I did an artist talk. So about 40 artists from Mexico City, we gathered together. I did a Closing the Gap talk that I have done quite often here in English. So I did that in Spanish. I called it Construyendo Puentes, or Creating Bridges. And then that's it. And then I came back on Sunday. Great trip, awesome trip. So thanks for following it as well. And thank you guys for letting me know what you're having for breakfast. That's pretty cool. You guys are my breakfast buddies. Love to have breakfast with you all. And of course, I have a little bit of coffee, which, like I said last time, it is decaf. I don't drink caffeine, so it's a bit of a decaf coffee. So having a great time and getting ready for the day. Now back here in Chicago, very snowy, a lot of snow. So I skipped the snow while I was in Mexico. Very surprised to come back to a lot of snow on the ground. Thank goodness my son cleaned it up, and I didn't have to do it. So perfect timing to go to Mexico. Well, friends, very quickly, I want to share with you 4 things you can do to improve your website. And by improving it, I mean making it more interesting for people when they go to your website and look at your work. The first one that I want to share with you is telling your story. You know, how many times we don't, we make our website or artist's website to look too pale, too dry. Doesn't look like nobody is behind that website. Or you want to make your artist website too corporate or too clean and too simple that it looks dry, it looks empty, it's not warm. And so these 4 things that you can do will help you out. So for example, the first tip to make your artist website be more interesting is put your story. Everybody has a story, and this I talk about, I think, in episode number 2 or 3 of Breakfast with Sergio. You can watch them in YouTube now, and also you can, just go over my wall and you can find those episodes, and where I talk about telling your story. So now that you wrote your story, if you did, and I know many of you did because you sent me messages, now go to your website and create a new tab that says My Story, and just tell your story. People love stories. Stories have been around since the beginning of time. So tell your story. That's one way in which people can connect with you and can connect with your art. It's a great way to keep people engaged in your website. Tell your story. The second one that I think is pretty good is add video. Create a video page. So in my website, you go to my website, there's a video tab. And just put videos, a video like this. If you do a live video, you can do that. Or if you can do a video of you working in your studio. Could be a time lapse, could be a video of a show that you had. People engage with videos. Everybody loves videos. And when you create videos, not only put them in YouTube, but then go and put them in your website. It's one way in which you can keep people longer on your site. And I know this works. I look at my website statistics, and I know these tips work really, really well. Another one, and again, welcome everybody who's joining right now here in Facebook. Super cool to have you here as well. Super excited because the first episodes have already reach over 1,000 of organic views. So that's pretty cool. Thanks for sharing. If you like these videos, keep sharing them. That's a great way in which we can help other artists as well. Thank you for the hearts and for the thumbs up. Okay, and the third one, quick tip to improve on your website, because I want to get back to my breakfast very fast, is to put a news tab. Create a news tab on your site. This is something that you can do. Super easy. Just create a news tab. Now, when I say news, a lot of artists say, well, Sergio, it's hard to have news, because, I don't have shows every weekend, or I'm not, what is news? And well, that's exactly what I'll tell you in a minute. When we think about news, it's not only the big things that are news. News could be, you just finished a new drawing, or a new painting, or a new sculpture. That's newsworthy. So what you do is document the process, maybe take a few pictures, and then create a news post about that new work. What were you inspired about? Show some pictures of the process, and then make it a news blog or post. Post, that's the word I was thinking. Make it a news post, and then you can share that in your social. So the idea is that when people go to your site, the news tab, it looks like it's active and not something that you post once a year. What I hate the most is, because I'm a curator and I visit a lot of artists' websites all the time, is to go to an artist's website, it looks like it's been abandoned or nobody lives there. Or artists who try to create a website and they don't show up. Your website is your home. Show up to your home and do some cleanup, do some rearranging, make it look like you're actually there as an artist. Another one, and the last, the fourth tip that you can do to improve on your website is tell people how to buy your art. A lot of times I go to artists' websites that I know they sell their work, but there's nowhere in the website instructions on how to buy their work. How will people know how to buy their art, especially people who have never maybe bought art before? Maybe people who have never gone to a gallery before and they're interested in your work, but you don't tell them how in the world they can get your art. If they have to go to the contact page and fill out a long form and and then wait 3 days for you to reply, that's crazy. People like instant information. So what you want to do is tell people how you sell your work. If you sell your work through a gallery, make sure you have some links visible in various pages that tells how you can buy, how they can buy your work, what gallery they need to go to, or contact, or if you sell your work through Saatchi Online or through some other online platforms, again, give them links that will help you tell people how to link and how to go to those pages to sell your work. If you sell your work directly to your website, from your website, then make sure you have links in various places, or you can put a tab that says shop, so people know that when they go to the shop section, that's where they can shop, that's where they can buy, right? So always think about, hey, good morning, Patricia and everybody that's joining me right now. Always think about the visitor, right? The person that comes to visit your site. What do you want them to do? You want them to keep them there for a while and go through your site. So these are very quick 4 tips you can use to improve on your website. Tell your story, put a tab that says my story. Believe it or not, that's one of the most visited links, or I would say the first link that people go on my website is the My Story tab. Then add a video page. People love videos. Engage people through video. Add a news tab and actually show up to your site and create some news posts. And tell people how to buy your art. 4 quick things that you can do maybe this week to improve on your website. So again, thanks for watching Sergio Breakfast with Sergio, episode number 5. It took me a few days to get to this episode because I was in Mexico and my phone signal wasn't very good, so I couldn't do a live episode from Mexico. So I'm back here in Chicago, cold Chicago weather. So again, thanks guys for watching. If you enjoyed these 4 tips, share them with your friends. Just click on the share button. Thanks for letting me know what you're having for breakfast. You guys are my breakfast buddies, and that is pretty awesome. So I'll be back later this week for episode numero 6 of Breakfast with Sergio. And now I gotta get back to this awesome breakfast before it gets cold. I think I'm gonna start eating while I talk in the next episode because it's getting kind of cold every time I do one of these things. So, all right, guys, have an amazing day, and we'll see you later. Bye.